Welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Forgot something. And today is Other Line Sunday. It's a day where we look at lines outside of the main lines in my collection. So today we're going to be looking at the AMC Walking Dead Deluxe box set. Daryl with his motorcycle. Well, his custom motorcycle. This is the one that he built in, I want to say late season 6, maybe season 7. It's not his original chopper. The Daryl is I'm trying to figure out and remember if this was released before or after the other figure. Well, this Daryl has been available a couple of times, both single carded as well as in this set. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to break this box open. We're going to unbox them, we're going to look at them. We're going to look at the accessories, we're going to check what little articulation there is. And then we're going to figure out how we're going to display him on the shelf. Because the 4-inch Joes are 1/18 scale. The 6-inch figures are 1/12 scale. So this is a 5-inch figure. 1/14 scale? I really don't know what this will pair up with better, or if I'll have to keep it in its own separate area. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, let's look at the box. So, right down here at the bottom, AMC The Walking Dead. Based on the television series, it says that in 3 different languages across the front. Deluxe box set said 3 different times in 3 different languages across the front. I did actually pick this up from GameStop a while back. There's Daryl, looking like Daryl. There's the bike and his crossbow in there, and his tiny little knife up there. Got Daryl prominently here on this corner. Side is a continuation of that photo. Got a separate graphic on this side. The back has the larger picture, along with the cross sale for the 7-inch McFarlane Color Top series. Number 1 and number 2, Rick Grimes and Michonne. So, you know what we're going to do here. Please cut away from yourself. So the entire inner assembly comes out. We've got plastic prison inside of a cardboard backdrop. And there's Daryl with his bike. So, let's see. This thing is, okay, the figure and the bike are twist tied in. So, I don't like playing that game. So we're going to cheat. Really, it's got to be one that's out of the way, that's a pain in the butt to get to. So those are all cut. So let's get them. Okay, we got Daryl. Now his crossbow and knife are both taped in place with multiple odd pieces of tape. me break out the box cutter again. 3 times in one video is a bit much. Okay. So we're done with the plastic. Okay, that's interesting. So, the kickstand here comes rotated up. You gotta rotate it down into position, and then it does kick out to actually hold the bike up. As for Daryl, well, he's awkwardly shaped and does not have foot pegs, so we're going to temporarily stupid bandana in the back. Always ruining the fun. So traditional figure stands do not work for these. So I've got these doll style stands. I like the black ones better, but they're harder to find. So the knife, accessory wise, is cast in this silver plastic. Got a detailed dagger style handle. I mean, you can see the rivets in there. Not really a whole lot of detail to the handle. Blade is barely shaped, a lot of flash. Now the crossbow has sort of like a digital camo paint pattern to it. Multiple pieces. Okay, so up top you've got the compound arms, the cross string. String is pulled back. There's actually an arrow in there knocked. Spare arrows are in the quiver underneath. Shoulder strap is present with pad on it. I mean, foot stand for cocking it. This is a nicely detailed weapon. So we're done with the accessories. Let's take a look at the figure. Gotta pop this stand off of him real quick. So, as far as likeness goes, I can see Norman Reedus in this face, sculpt-wise. The beard is really cheaply done. Now the mustache, you've got the shading in there that's kind of hinting that he's got a mustache that's not fully grown. But the beard hair is just like scribbled on. The hair is accurate to the character. He's got the traditional McFarlane side eye going on. Like, you know, hey, talk to me, I'm over here. Oh, sorry. For the body, I mean, the sculpt of the long sleeve shirt is pretty much on point. Looks as though it's unbuttoned. Nope, he's got an undershirt, he's got something else over it. This is just an awkward looking sculpt. So apparently he's got 3 layers on, is what it is. And the body's a little bit twisted, there we go. Which puts him at an awkward angle when standing. That's what it is. His legs are straight, his body's cocked to the side, his head is cocked to the side, but his eyes are not looking at you. Old, worn out, torn pants. Funky, like dad style shoes. He's got bandanas and things tied around his pants to keep them together. Holes in the shirt. He does have his signature angel wings, but they're so dirty they almost blend perfectly into the vest itself. Red bandana hanging out the back pocket. Now, sculpt-wise, yeah, it looks like the character. It looks like Daryl Dixon. Now, let's do some articulation. Head doesn't hinge up, doesn't hinge down, doesn't hinge to either side, but it does rotate. So yay, thanks Todd. Arm comes up to 90, rotates all the way around. Got a hinge at the elbow, single hinge, comes up to well less than 90. Rotation at that elbow. Hand rotates. Has a vertical hinge on left hand, vertical on the right hand. There is a cut here at the middle of the chest. Allows for rotation, but no front back, no tilt. McFarlane hips. So, this is a double hinge joint, meaning there's a hinge that comes this way. And that's about as far as it goes. And then there is a separate hinge that comes out. Knee is single jointed, comes up to right around 90. Rotation at the knee. No boot cut, no thigh cut. Rotation at the foot. No hinging. So, there you have it. That's Daryl Dixon. So his knife on here. We're going to set him off to the side for now. And we're going to look at his bike. Now this bike is supposed to be pieced together from a bunch of parts that were left in a garage. So that look of sort of a hodgepodge thrown together bike. Yeah, I mean, this does look very accurate to the show. It also, paint-wise, looks very accurate for what it's supposed to be. An old bike. Now, I will say, Todd McFarlane does do an amazing attention to detail. Front tires rotate. They are hard plastic, but they've got mud painted on them. Disc brakes in the front. Hose lines for the brakes. Single headlight that's tarnished. Partial front fender. Standard handlebars, but I mean, like the mirrors have rust points on them. The tank is heavily corroded. There are no gauges. So, the engine looks like it's being well maintained though. Transmission, gearbox is a little dirty. Carburetor's kind of dirty. Does the kickstart actually rotate out, or? It looks like it should, but it doesn't. Got the foot and the shifter here. I'm sorry, the brake. Got the foot peg and the shifter over on this side. Exhaust. Exhaust. Saddlebag under the seat. The seat is old and worn. I'm guessing these pegs back here are probably some sort of way to mount the crossbow. Because if I remember correctly, the original one, it was up on the front of the handlebars. Looks like there are some swing out pegs in the back for a passenger, but they don't actually swing out, they're just sculpted in. Shocks, likewise, are just sculpted, they don't actually do anything. Got the chain, the gearing, just like a random light. all in all, it's sculpted amazingly. Let's see, I have no idea how this is supposed to attach to the back here, or if it's even supposed to attach. I mean, I guess that does kind of work. Yeah, that works. It just pegs through the handle in the front hold part. Now, will he even actually sit on this thing? Instinct tells me no. Okay, the knife sheath is separate. So, I mean, okay. I appear to be partially wrong and partially right. So in order to ride a motorcycle, you need to be able to hold the handlebars, have your feet on the peg so that you can shift and brake. So that being said, if I get him up here so that he actually holds the handlebars, his butt ends up off the seat. Just barely, but it's off. But getting this foot up onto the peg is impossible. Now if I lean him back, he can do it, but he's not reaching the handlebars. So, for the display, I'm going to have the bike standing. You gotta love it when the weapon they give a figure doesn't actually fit in the figure's hand. Okay, so that's not going to work. What about if I... That's not staying in place that way either. And that just pegged out. So, yeah. The shoulder strap for the crossbow is just kind of pegged in at the back. It's a new plan entirely. This will be staying on the bike. The bike will be on the stand. And Daryl is going to be on the stand behind the bike. So, the bike is amazing. Looks amazing, moves well. Accessories, one, I give it a 50%. One's okay, one is just cheap. And the figure, well, I mean, he looks good, but he's more statue than he is dynamic action figure. So, until I figure out what I'm going to do with him, we're just going to set him off to the side for now. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all next time.